Hello guys, welcome back to the tutorial series on how to insert, update and delete data into database using PHP and MySQLi. In the first episode of our tutorial series, we have successfully designed a form to insert our first name and last name and display it into our table. We also created a form to update our first name and last name. So in this second episode of our tutorial series, we will add a functionality to insert our first name and last name into the database. So let's move to our tutorial series. Add our functionality to add member. For this, I will create another file called add_action.php. In this file we will get the values from our input fields and store into our database. So let's go to the home page, and in our form tag on action attribute, we will just give the name add_action. That means action.php. so when we click on add member button, it will go to the add.action.php page. Let's check if the link is working fine or not. php, then echo add action page, then semicolon. Okay, I'll just click on add member page. If it's working fine, then it will display add action page, so it is working fine. So in this page, first of all, we need to get values from our UI. So I'll just comment this line. So get values from UI. Let's declare the variable first underscore name is equals to $_post. Since we are passing values using post method, we will use $_post to get values from our UI. So first name, this is the name we give in our input field. So let's go to our home page, and in this form we have used method is post, and the name is first name. Input types name is first name, so we are transferring this first name to our add action page. So this first name holds the value from our home page, that is first name. So similarly, we will get values last name $_post. So we have obtained value from our UI. Let's echo it to see whether the data is successfully obtained from our UI or not. So I'll just reload it and type my first name and last name is THAPA, and click on add member. So I can see Vijay and Thapa. Vijay is my first name and Thapa is my last name. So we are successfully getting our data into the add action page. After obtaining the data from our UI, we have to connect our database. Connect database, I'll write a code to connect database. Just declare a variable, then MySQLi underscore connect, then localhost. And since I am running this project in my localhost, I'll write just localhost. If you are running in on a real server, then you can give the domain name, that is www.something.com. then username for me is root and password is blank. This is it. Then or die error. This part will help to get a message if we have any error on connecting database. If we do not have any error on connecting database, then we will not get any message. So let's check out if we have successfully connected our database or not. So we have successfully connected our database. Similarly, let's select our database. Select db is equals to underscore db. I'll just give a connection we created earlier containing this, then database name. So we haven't created any database yet, so we will have to create a database in our server. So I'll just go to localhost 81, then type PHP and MySQLi. If we haven't changed the port number, then you can delete this 81 and colon, then hit the enter. So it will take us to the PHP my admin page. So click on new, and I will write the database name. Test is my database, will be test. So create. Then we will need a table to store our database. I'll give tbl underscore users as my table name. I will need just 3 columns. One will be user ID, that is ID. Another will be first name and last name. First name will ID will be integer. First name will be varchar of length 50 will be enough. Last name also varchar and 50. Then we will make ID as primary key and okay, and auto increment, then save. Here we have successfully created our database and tbl users table. In our tbl users table we have ID, first name and last name. ID is primary key and auto increment, so we do not need to insert any values on ID. It will be automatically filled sequentially. So let's move to our project and select our database. So we have created test database. If connection is failed, then die error. So let's check out once more. I'll click on add member. So we do not have any error. So we have successfully connected database and selected database. So let's write SQL query to insert data in our table. For this I will create a variable called SQL. Then inside the double quote I will write the query to insert data. Insert into table users. Table users is our table name, and set, and then we'll give the column name. First name is equals to single quote, then inside single quotes just copy this and paste, then comma, enter. I love to write on next line, then name is equals to single quote, then just copy this last name, double click copy and last name. So we have successfully written our SQL query to insert data. Let's execute the query. Create a variable array as result. I will create a variable, then MySQLi underscore query, then connect, then SQL or die underscore error. I'll check if the SQL query has executed successfully or not. If $result is equals to true, then query is successful. That means our data is successfully saved in our database. So I'll just echo message to test if whether the data is successfully saved or not. else echo failed. So let's check out our project. I'll just go to my home page, then insert my name, first name and last name, and click on add member. So we have successfully inserted our data into database, and it is showing a success message. So let's go to our database and check whether the data is successfully inserted or not. I'll go to my PHP my admin and select on browse. So we can see my first name and last name is successfully inserted into database. Instead of showing message here, we will redirect to home page after the data is successfully inserted. So I'll just comment out this and redirect to home page. For this I have to write a code, header and location, and location is index.php. So when the data is inserted successfully, it will redirect to our home page. Let's check out if it redirects or not. Look, it is redirecting successfully to our home page. So we have successfully inserted our data to the database. Let's check once more. Vikas Gurung, add member. It has successfully redirected to our home page. Let's check if our data is inserted or not. I will just click on browse. So we have successfully inserted Vikas Gurung. Since I refreshed the browser, it has inserted blank rows too. Thanks so much for watching the second episode of my tutorial series on how to insert, update and delete data into database using PHP and MySQLi. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. If you have any confusion, don't forget to comment. I'll reply as soon as possible. In the next episode, we will add a functionality to display the first name and last name from database into the table. So stay tuned. See you soon. Bye bye.